As Clarence Thomas and his colleagues rule against Walmart employees, this justice has another conflict of interest. How is he still on the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court has today thrown out a class action sex discrimination suit, and suddenly 1.5 million female Walmart employees are out of luck. As one legal expert put it today, the Supreme Court made today a really good day for big business. Meanwhile, big business makes every day a really good one for one of the men on that court for whom there is tonight another stake through the heart of his credibility. Clarence Thomas may or may not be personally corrupt, but his impartiality has been irredeemably corrupted after the revelation that he received gifts and his wife received political donations from a conservative Texas real estate high roller. The Walmart case first. It dates back 10 years to when Betty Dukes said the California-based store she worked at passed her over for promotions, yet promoted male staffers. The court voted 9-0 to throw out this class action suit, saying there was nothing really holding the different defendants or the different plaintiffs together. But it was just 5-4 on ideological lines against whether they could file another class action suit. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg wrote the key dissent in the 5-4 vote, saying it disqualifies the class at the starting gate, holding that the plaintiffs cannot cross the commonality line set by the federal rules of civil procedure. For its part, Walmart released a statement saying, "We are pleased with today's ruling, as the majority made clear the plaintiffs' claims were worlds away from showing a company-wide discriminatory pay and promotion policy. Walmart has a long history of providing advancement opportunities for our female associates. We'll continue to..." And then there is Justice Thomas. He has reportedly been enjoying a robust pipeline full of monetary contributions to his and his wife's pet projects. According to the New York Times, conservative real estate mogul Harlan Crow has contributed $500,000 to Thomas's wife, Virginia's Tea Party Group, and another $175,000 to finance a library project dedicated to Justice Thomas. Crow also paid millions to restore a cannery and museum in Thomas's hometown, Pinpoint, Georgia. If Thomas were a mere federal judge, these contributions would raise questions of conflict of interest. Judges are not supposed to be involved in fundraising, but because that ethical code does not apply to the Supreme Court, Thomas can wave and apparently watch the whole controversy slide by. Joining me now, Countdown contributor, one-time counsel to President Richard Nixon, author of Conservatives Without Conscience, John Dean. John, thanks for being here for the first pitch ceremonies.
Welcome back, Keith. We've missed you.
Thank you kindly, sir. All right, let's start with the Walmart decision first. Part of it was 9-0, part of it was 5-4. Are there implications of each that go beyond just this case?
Well, the 9-0 is a little misleading because really that was on a technical issue on back pay, and it's really a 5-4 ideological decision that came down based on whether they had the commonality to proceed with this lawsuit. And it's a very consistent ruling, Keith, with what this court has been doing with its conservative majority, those 5 that can now drive the court, and it's just right in their standard pattern of taking care of corporations.
The quote that I read before, "This is a great day for big business." Is this a great court for big business?
It is a good court for big business. It's a court for people with money. The whole jurisprudence of this court, at least the majority of this court, is to keep small players out of federal courts entirely, particularly cases that rise as high as the Supreme Court. So we've seen a pattern that developed when this collection of justices gathered, and their thinking has been extended. For example, in the opinion today, the Walmart decision, Scalia made it much more difficult for future actions. Now, he has just one vote to do that. He has a 5-4, but still, it has direct implication for future class actions. It's going to make it very difficult. And no one wants to individually litigate these things. No one can afford to do it. So the companies win when this happens.
So in other words, the more employees you screw one way or the other, the more likely you are to get away with it, I guess, is the conclusion.
Nicely put. Nicely put.
That's one law class in 4 years of college. I got my money's worth out of that. To Clarence Thomas and his wife and their buddy and his donations and his presence, if you're a certain age, this invokes the name of a justice who actually had to leave the court because of a construction not unlike this one. Tell us in brief the story of Abe Fortas.
I was there, and what happened is the Mitchell Department of Justice under Richard Nixon decided to aggressively try to remove a justice who had really done maybe even less than Clarence Thomas. And they did it by leveraging the situation. They threatened to go after his wife, who was a practicing lawyer in the city, and forced the issue by raising all kinds of problems. In fact, the great irony, Keith, is that it was Bill Rehnquist, later Chief Justice, while at the Department of Justice, who wrote the basic game plan for Mitchell to go after Fortas and said he could prosecute a sitting justice if he wanted to. They didn't really have the case, and I suspect they had much less than we see right now, but they bluffed Fortas right off the court. It was quite striking.
Clearly, Clarence Thomas is not going to be bluffed, and I don't think there's anybody that has the leverage to triangulate him out in some way. Is there anything to be done legally to remove him with this continuing casebook being filled with either the appearance of conflict of interest or real conflicts of interest?
Well, what there is to be done is not likely to be done. You referred earlier to the timidity of Democrats. This is not their sort of thing where Republicans would aggressively go after, and they might use a grand jury, they might start a congressional investigation. They would find a pretext to go after this. I don't expect the Democrats to do this, much to the chagrin of a lot of people who'd like to see them be more aggressive on issues like this.
Columnist, author, Countdown contributor, John Dean. Very proud to be able to say the last part, John. Thank you kindly.
Thank you.